So we have Nick today from Endava, and we'll speak about the products and solutions they offer on the market and your plans for this region. So thank you, Nick, for speaking to us today.
Pleasure to be here. What an amazing event. I've never seen such a big event in my whole life.
Thank you. So we can start with a brief about your expansion into the Middle East. What sort of plans do you have for this market?
Yeah, sure. So I think first and foremost, Endava has been operating as a technology services partner for around 22 years now. We've been one of the fastest growing businesses globally for the last 5 years in particular. And despite launching in the UAE only earlier this year, we've actually been working with organisations in the payments, banking and retail space for 3.5 years now. And what we've been doing and what we plan to continue to do in the region is combine industry expertise and domain knowledge with scaled engineering, and that's obviously a huge theme here at the event today. 100,000 coders to be attracted to the UAE in the next 12 months, and part of the role that Endava will bring to that is our ability to scale expertise and combine it with thought leadership that's been successful across other parts of the world. I think we've just been hugely excited and taken back by the amount of ambition, the amount of investment, how much the government is collaborating with the private sector. So what we're planning on doing is bringing our lessons learned from other parts of the region, and we want to really work closely with local government, local universities to help attract, retain, develop and top technology talent essentially.
Okay. Over the past couple of years, we've seen companies embark on a digital transformation journey, and many of them are accelerating their efforts as well. What sort of opportunities do you see for Endava in that particular space?
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting one, and it's one that we've seen all over the world. I think you can probably split it into two main categories. I think the first would be, the people aspect of it. I've already mentioned the number of engineers that are going to be required to move into the region and relocate here or to be reskilled from other jobs. I think the UAE government's talked about 75,000 Emiratis moving from governmental jobs into the private sector. So there's clearly an abundance of individuals who will no doubt be involved in digital transformation, digital acceleration opportunities. So there's going to be a whole retraining, there's going to be a whole trying to address the current war on talent. So people will be given the opportunity to hopefully work in some fascinating careers that are really driving that digital change. And I think the second bit is probably from a technology standpoint. So there are really exciting emerging technologies out there. You talk about the metaverse as being one of them, right? I think Dubai is paving the way from setting a Dubai metaverse strategy, looking to attract 42,000 virtual jobs, $4 billion into the UAE economy, and they are staggering numbers. And I think from a technology standpoint, the metaverse looks like it's going to have a real impact on day-to-day life. You have companies like Emirates NBD who've come out and said 94% of their transactions are done outside of the branch. Now, that must pose some fantastic opportunities around how digital and how new emerging technologies can give customers in the banking space, as one example, a really exciting, new, convenient journey. And I think those are probably two areas I'd probably say are exciting as opportunities for digital transformation here.
Okay. In terms of digital transformation journeys, what sort of pain points are companies facing, and how are you helping them, overcome those challenges as well?
Yeah, sure. I mean, digital transformation as a concept, from our client base perspective, being a global leader in this space, has been around for quite some time. Okay. We actually talk about kind of digital transformation as being more of digital acceleration, and I'll probably come onto that shortly. But I think the three main areas is firstly, the perception around a large singular digital transformation program. I think over the last 5 years it's been around, and people have been looking to come up with 5-year programs with definitive reductions in spend or increases in revenue. And I think the reality that most companies are seeing is that it's not exactly like that. You need to be looking for constant evolution, you need to be looking for iterative change, you need to be looking for value-based strategies. And I think one of the challenges that's coming with digital transformation here is some of those large programs maybe haven't necessarily gone according to plan. So when you're looking at something more strategic, it's quite difficult to get the senior leadership behind those kind of initiatives. I think the second bit is going to be grappling with legacy technology. So, we work with a number of banks in the region and outside of the region, and when we're looking at transforming them into more digital, more agile organizations, one of the things that's kind of really stuck in their mind is the ongoing legacy technology they've got to deal with, the speed, the lack of integration, and migrating whole customer bases onto new platforms is going to be a huge challenge, and something that the business case from an investment perspective is difficult to stack up. And I think the third piece, just finally, is going to be the people aspect of it. So what you're looking at is probably a need for thousands of additional people to upskill in these skill sets in the region to be able to help deliver on some of these initiatives. So it's probably in those 3 areas. And one of the roles that we're looking to play in the region is bringing that expertise, bringing our ability to scale teams, to attract, retain, develop and train individuals in kind of emerging technologies to help, you know, Dubai with this huge journey to become more digital as an economy.
Okay. In terms of differences, how does digital acceleration differ from transformation?
Yeah, so it's a really good question. We took a conscious decision quite some time ago that digital transformation kind of insinuated there was a start and an end point. So the amount of customers that we would talk to and we'd maybe, you know, speak to them 3 or 5 years down the line and we say, are you transformed now? Are you digital? It's safe to say the answer to that question has been no on every single occasion. We see digital acceleration as being the key focus. It's looking at how you can evolve on a constant basis. You're never just going to be transformed. It's always about setting up strategic initiatives based on value-driven, customer-centric strategies and trying to drive value through those strategies in a more tangible and pragmatic way. It's not about producing 150-page PowerPoint presentations that talk about the benefits of digital transformation and when you can expect to see them. It's about pragmatic change and driving change through a constant evolution. And although businesses have evolved, we still think that, especially in a market like the UAE, there's a need to accelerate because speed to market here is everything.
Thank you, Nick, for speaking to us. Nice having you with us today. And we look forward to speaking to you in the future as well.
Pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.